Hello everyone. In previous session we had a discussion about chapter 4, that is data structure. Okay, in this session we'll see the chapter 6 important question and its marks distribution. So as we all know that chapter 5 that is revision of C++, that is review of C++, and there is no marks allocation for that chapter. Whatever the things that you have learnt in first PUC, that will be there in chapter 5. Okay, so no need to worry about chapter 5. So now we'll see chapter 6 marks distribution along with important questions. Okay, so chapter 6 is basic concept of OOPS. So here totally you will be getting 8 marks from this chapter. Okay, 3 marks 1 question will be there and 5 marks 1 question. So now we'll see what are the important topic that needs to be concentrated. So here basic concept, features or characteristics of OOPS are important for 5 marks question. Okay. So objects, classes, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction, data encapsulation, dynamic binding. So those are the important concept of OOPS. Then advantages of object oriented programming. So in these advantages you have to write its advantages over another programming language. Okay, and then applications. That specifies what are the applications of OOPS. That means where we are going to implement the concept of OOPS in the real-time systems. That includes what? CAD, CAM, CIM, artificial intelligence, pattern recognition, real-time systems, okay, and object-oriented database, cloud computing, expert system. So those are all the some of the advantage applications of object oriented programming. Okay, that will be important for 5 marks question. Then what are the limitations or disadvantages or cons of the object oriented programming? So this is not so important, but you just revise all the contents of this limitations or disadvantages. Okay, and so this is the last question is very important. That is the difference between object oriented programming and procedural oriented programming. Okay, so C++ comes under OOPS concept and C programming comes under POP, that is procedural oriented programming. Okay, so minimum 5 to 6 differences that you have to learn. Okay, and procedural oriented programming is top down approach and OOPS is bottom up approach. Okay, so in object oriented programming there will be more focus on the data rather than its procedure. That means they are not much the chapter 6. Okay, so 3 marks 1 question will be there, 5 marks 1 question. Whether they ask you to write the basic concept, features, characteristics of OOPS, everything will be same. So for that you have to write what is object, what is class and how it works, and what is data abstraction, data encapsulation, and polymorphism, inheritance, dynamic binding and message passing. These are the main concepts. Then its advantages, applications, limitations and difference. So these are the important things of chapter 6. Okay, so now we'll see the 7th chapter, that is classes and objects. So as we all know that classes and objects are the basic concept of OOPS, right? So this chapter is for 7 marks. So you will be getting 2 marks 1 question and 5 marks 1 question. Okay, so no need to worry about 1 and 3 marks from this chapter. So you can expect definition for 2 marks. Okay, so now we'll see what are the important definitions that you should learn. So here what is the definition of class, object, data member, member function and scope resolution operator, what are the access specifiers and define array of objects. So these are the some of important definitions that you have to concentrate. Okay, so you can expect what is data member and member function for 2 marks. Okay, data members are the variable which is declared inside the class, and member functions are the functions which is declared in the class. Okay, and scope resolution operator, that is very important, that cannot be overloaded. Okay, and scope resolution operator is mainly used to define the member function outside the class. When you want to define the member function outside the class, at that time you can use What are the important 5 marks questions from this chapter then? Class definition and its syntax along with the example. Okay, so there you have to write the syntax and you have to explain each keyword. For example, class name, opening of the flower brace, that contains what? Class consists of data members and member function, right? So you have to declare some of the data members and member functions for each access specifier, private, public and protected. Okay, there you have to write, and after that closing of the flower brace along with semicolon, that specifies what? Closing of the class. So there you have to explain each keyword. What is the class there, what is the class name, and what it consists of, data members and member function, and what are the access specifier, how to close the class, that means when the scope of class ends. So those are the important things that you have to write for that. Then class declaration, for that also you have to write the syntax along with small programming example. Okay, then how we can declare the objects of a class. And one more thing, we can create or we can declare any number of objects for a single class. Okay, if you want to create more dominated by what? Semicolon. Okay, so that is the declaration of objects, and you have to write the syntax and example for that. Then types of access specifier, already we have discussed the types, that is what? Private, public and protected. Okay, along with the example within the class you have to specify. Then next 2 questions are very important for 5 marks question. You can expect any one of these questions in your examination, that is member function inside the class definition and member function outside the class definition. For that you have to learn a syntax along with a programming example. There you have to explain each keyword, that means whatever the things that you have used in the syntax, you have to explain each keyword, and that must reflect in a program. Okay, then for this member function outside the class definition, we are going to use the scope resolution operator. When you want to define the member function outside the class definition, there you have to use the scope resolution operator, and the syntax is different for each type of class definitions. Okay, then and its characteristics, that means what? If you want to define the member function outside the class definition, then what must be the characteristics of that member function? That must be declared inside the class but must be defined outside the class. Definition consists of what? Body of a function, but declaration doesn't contain any body, right? And that declaration must be done in public section, because that must be available outside the class. Okay, so those are the some of the characteristics. How to access the members of a class? This here members of a class in the sense data member or member function. Okay, so with the help of dot or period operator we can access the member of a class. For that, what is the syntax? Object name dot member function or data member name along with semicolon. Okay, then how we can use an object as a function arguments? That is also very important for 2 or 5 marks question. Okay, so these are the main important things that you have to concentrate from this classes and object. All these definitions are important, and significance of dot operator and scope resolution operator, that is also important, and access specifiers, array of objects, its definition, declaration, programming, main important things from chapter 6 and chapter 7. So I am going to explain chapter 8, 9 and all in the next session. Okay, so thanks for watching. Keep reading, keep on going. Thank you.